Do you have anything to say to the people?
Stay groovy.
Kia ora and good evening. I'm Mike McRoberts and today I'm going to bring you along with my meal prep. It has been perhaps 3 weeks since I've meal prepped something. I've got the last of my baked ziti that I made ages ago, which is basically just lasagna with no sheets and instead it's got like rigatoni pasta. That's going to be soon gone. As a result, I need to meal prep some more, and I figured that because I haven't meal prepped since I've started doing these Appetit videos, that now would be the perfect time for me to, you know, bring my lovely YouTube audience of 66 subscribers along the ride with me. I am currently tonight thinking to myself that I'm going to be meal prepping a green curry and some lamb teriyaki. I'm definitely in a fortunate and privileged position because it was 2 weeks ago now that my mum came round with some level 3 lockdown treats, which I have kept in the freezer until now. So I will be using a lot of that. Otherwise, I would probably be meal prepping more student type meals such as chili and mac and cheese. Thankfully, I don't have to go down that route today. I am, basically going to bring you along as I cook these things and show you my tips and tricks and, you know, all the jazzy things I do to make my meal prep process run a little bit smoother, a little bit faster, a little bit easier. Honestly, my plans could change at any moment. The thing is that I want to meal prep in a way that it allows me to, you know, have variety when it comes later down the track. So what I do is not cook the pasta and not cook the rice right now. I cook them fresh when I want to have the meal because that way I can choose which one I want. Right now, I'm making the meat and veg that will go along with. As a result, I can, you know, cater to my needs at the time, but then I'm still preparing in advance, and it's versatile. Versatility is something that I'm, you know, so in tune with.
I don't fuck you lying. Why you always lying?
And that's reflected in my meal prepping. By the end of the night, these containers will be filled to the brim with food, which then I end up freezing because, I mean, the point of meal prep is to stock your freezer, which is something that Rob is not very happy with, of course, because it means I've, you know, used the space he could otherwise use. But by the end of the night, I should be doing this during the day, but by the end of the night, I will have a stocked freezer and I won't have to worry about what I'm going to eat for the next month, which is just a great weight off someone's shoulders. It's taken me a while, but I've started going to the supermarket once a month and then living off that, which buying in bulk proves to be cheaper, but it's certainly something that you've got to get into the mindset and habit of because, you know, it's just not sustainable to be doing it willy-nilly. It's like a full all-in sort of thing or not. And let's just say I'm all in.
I'm gonna interrupt your broadcast to boil a jug.
The first thing I'm going to do is prep all my vegetables and then put them all in the containers I need to do. I use... How many onions do I use in a week, or at least in one meal prep cycle? 12. So, it's worth doing all at once, you know? It's inevitable that I'm gonna cry from these onions, right? Because I cry like a fucking bitch when it comes to onions. I'm not excited, but that's what you gotta do sometimes. That's the meal prep life, you know?
It is what it is.
It is what it is.
It is what it is. It is what it is.
It's already starting.
Put your head in the freezer.
Put my head in the freezer?
That's what my mum does and told me to do. Like in there, like.
Oh, like in.
Like in, not been in.
No, I'm just gonna deal with it. Imagine if I cut my finger on camera. Story time with Rob.
So I was cutting onions and my boss, he's an actual chef, so he's practiced at cutting onions, and he's a bit bipolar, got angry at me for cutting them too slow. So he showed me how to, and I tried doing them faster, and guess what?
What?
I cut my finger quite badly to the point that he just stopped making me cut onions. And now I've got slight nerve damage, so yeah.
That really took a turn, I'm sorry.
Yeah, it took a turn.
And that was story time
That was
Rob.
story time with Rob. For all the people out there that are complaining that they don't get enough Rob in these videos, there you go.
There we go.
You guys are living your life, and the onion has just hit. What a bitch.
freezer that you can just sit in.
Can you open the window, please, Tosh?
No,
Don't.
it's getting to me.
Like, look at my eyes.
I think it's gonna fall out. Ah.
Look, like. I look like.
Onion went up my nose and made me
I look like I just woke up.
You've never seen all four of us in the same shot, and now the viewers.
See, one of us could have been made up. They never knew.
Are you leaving Sue not in the shot? He's having a moment.
There's a little bitch.
I've never seen all four of us in the same room. One of us could have been made up.
Yeah. So now it's our video.
Okay, so the onions are cut and I cut them all.
Lies.
Lies indeed.
Show the time lapse. Show the time lapse.
Now I can start with shit, you know? So,
I love starting shit.
We know.
Most of the vegetables I'm going to use are stir fried and they're frozen because they're cheaper. But then you're still getting the nutrients out of it, you know? Some to the floor. So now that I've got some of the vegetables cut, it's time to actually start cooking the goddamn meals. After I've cleared this space, I'll, you know, finally have some room to go about, because meal prepping is very like one after another sort of thing, and if you don't have method, it's just gonna go all bonkers. And that has happened to me many times before, but I'm a learned man. The annoying thing is that in order to use only one board, I have to cut all my vegetables first, but then that implies I have the space in like storage, the bowls, the containers, to actually, you know, keep all the vegetables cut in place before I deal with the meat. I don't bother peeling my carrots because I don't want to, and I don't care enough. Berate me in the comments all you like, I don't give a fuck. Now that I've cut... Anyways, ciao.
Big boobs? What? Child. Anyway, so
now that I've finally cut all my vegetables, I can move on to actually preparing the stuff. Preparing the meat rather, because I only want to use one board, and as a result of finishing all the vegetable cutting, then I can use the same board for meat and there not be any contamination. Now that my chicken is all cooked, I'm going to start doing the green curry, which I'm doing in this big pot pan. I call it the sunbeam because, what is it called? Tash, can you hear me? Yeah. What is this bloody machine called? An electric fry pan. Okay. I honestly don't know what this is. It's like, it smells like celery, but we got it from Costco, and it's clearly not celery. But it's certainly like that, so. Do comment below if you know what this is, but I'll be adding this last, because I imagine it'll, you know, take the least to cook. Yay! There was a floaty in it. Photo booth has been playing hard to get the entire time apparently, and so none of that footage from the last 20 minutes is working, and so I guess I'm just gonna have to deal with that. Which is really fun, frisky, really cute. My curry is done. Oh, you can tell by the steam coming off it. And now I am going to move to my teriyaki. At the same time, I'm gonna put my chili on, and then they'll all be done at the same time. Meal prep will be over. Thankfully my curry just fits. Just barely. Because of the preparation I did before and during cooking that curry, now not only is my lamb teriyaki mix more flavorful because it's been left to simmer and soak in, not simmer, it's been left to soak in its sauce for a lot longer, but it's already ready for me, so I can just pop it straight on. This is what I've got going on. Everything has carrots in it because that's just what I have. I don't like carrots this much, but it's gonna be good for me. It's gonna be good, so It's going to be good for me, and it's going to be good. Because of the way the cookie is crumbled and the fact that it's just getting really, really late, I'm going to make perhaps the easiest chili ever, which is just going to be some mint, some tomatoes, garlic, maybe ginger, probably not, and my leftover onion.
It's hard to do this with one hand because I'm holding the camera too.
Trust and believe that I'm doing everything methodically and that I'm cooking. Just like imagine in your mind what me cooking is like, and then, you know, that's what's on the screen. Because the thing is that my photo booth decided to be a little brat. I'm not very happy, but that is what it is. What it is. A quick update on my teriyaki, which is nearly done. The lamb is great, but now it's just letting off some steam because that way the sauce will thicken. I love garlic. I feel like garlic is just a godsend. Whoever decided that garlic was a thing, whoever invented, well, you can't invent garlic, but like whoever realized garlic is a thing, may they look down on me. As I've said again earlier in the video, I am taking some liberties when it comes to making all of this. I had a vague skeleton of what I wanted to do, but I didn't have a specific plan. And that shows because not only did I add bean sprouts to my teriyaki and the rest of that Chinese, you know, celery smelling thing, but I've also added the rest of my carrots and some beans, which I ended up straining to get rid of its brine under some hot water. I've added that to my mince mix. And the thing is, I've done that instead of adding frozen vegetables because, I mean, frozen vegetables are good and they are gonna, like, you know, pack me with nutrients and stuff like that, but I just don't know if I can muster eating peas, carrots and corn within every single meal. I mean, I'm gonna be eating carrots within every single meal, but that's just, you know, what the circumstances have beheased to me. Oh well, I'll get over it. Alrighty, my meal prep is completely done. Here I have here is what I have to show for. I have 4 full to the brim lunch boxes of food, which I'm going to eat across the, pardon, we love a camera angle. Here I have my finished meal prep, which is 4 filled to the brim lunch boxes of food that I will be consuming over the next month probably. I imagine it will last me about that long because there are perhaps 4 meals for me at least in each lunchbox, and therefore that's what, 16 days, consider all the other meals I have, etc, etc, etc. As I've cleaned as I've gone, the entire kitchen is completely good to go, which I'm personally proud of, but I'm also proud of the fact that now I have this weight lifted off my shoulders, and I've done it all at once, so I only had to clean dishes one time. I think that's basically all I have to say. I encourage everyone to meal prep because it's just far more efficient, and as I say, it's a weight off your shoulders. I hope that you've learned some tips and tricks from this video. It's been a more, I suppose, informational Bon Appetit video than I normally would do, but that's because meal prepping is when I'm in the zone, it's when I'm focused, it's when I'm at my, you know, highest chef cook potential, and so that's what you've seen throughout this video. But indeed, do all of the YouTube things if you want to, and if you don't want to, then don't, and I'll catch you in the next video. Goodbye!